Hickok 45 here. 45 Colt New Service revolver. 1912 this thing was made. You reckon there were any desperados or cowboys back in 1912 like that one right there? Oh man, right on him. Sweet. I think the windage is correct on this firearm. Let's check it out for sure on this 2-liter. I wonder if it'll go through that 2-liter. It did. I heard the plink. Wonder if we can shoot a pig with it. Got to hold down on it. Let's try the gong. I have no idea where to hold. Is that all of them? No, there's a round left. So let's put it on something that is a sure thing, like this bowling pin. Boom. All right. Yeah, this is a very sweet revolver. I think the sight is right on. Elevation at distance sometimes is a problem. It's got some thin little grips, so I'm not exactly a marksman with it. But I just wanted to bring it out again, and I know you'd be mad if I didn't invite you along for chapter 2. New Service revolvers. They're really one of my favorite firearms, these old New Service revolvers. 45 Colt, shoot the big round. They started making them in 1898, and made them for a while, you know, up into, well, I've forgotten my history now, I'm sorry, up into the 1920s, or yeah, I think up into 1920 something, maybe 1930, I don't know. N45 Colt, big old thing. And of course they're the same big old, you know, well, not in frame, they're Colts, but the big old guns and 45 caliber that became the 1917, you know, these big old Colt revolvers. Took on a lot of forms, and they were chambered in a lot of different calibers. Yeah, I have one that was a Canadian gun, the mounted police carried, and 45 Colt, and they were shipped to England and everything. I'll try to remember to link to our videos. I've done 2 or 3 of these on the New Service revolvers, and I know one of them, I had them all out, at least maybe 2 of them, and went through kind of that history pretty extensively, and I'll link to that. Okay, I'm not going to do that today. I just want to get this one out and shoot it. This is the nicest one I have, and again, it's a vintage 1912. I like to think that, well, that's not a nice thing to think, is it? But I could think it anyway, that perhaps somebody bought this gun brand new, right, just before they got on the Titanic, and as they were going down, they might have been thinking, oh my gosh, I just bought that beautiful New Service revolver with 7.5 inch barrel, and I'm not even gonna get a chance to shoot it. And some idiot down the road in 2023 is gonna be plinking at 2 liters with. That's probably what they were thinking, you think? I'm sick today, sorry. Yeah, this one has a beautiful finish and really good shape, and it's really a collectible firearm, because most of these are not in this good a shape. Except for this one. This one's in better shape, right? Look at that finish. Pretty funny. I brought this out because, you know, kind of the before and after, or the you know, whatever, the extremes. But this is the first one, mainly the reason I brought it. The first one I ever owned, and that goes back into, I don't know, 1970 something, you know, or 1980 or something like that. You know, it was Dad's. He traded it to me, and then I traded it back to him, and then he traded to me, he left it to me. I forget how it all worked out, but it went back and forth several times. And he had found it in a bank they were remodeling behind a safe, and it had been back there in rusty and everything for, who knows, decades and decades and decades. And the person they were doing the work for at the bank, you know, he showed to them, and they said, just take it, keep it, you know. It's a piece of junk, rusty junk, you know, to them. And anyway, Dad cleaned it up. I cleaned it up some more, and there was no finish left on it. And but it's just a neat gun. So I sort of fell in, I don't know about in love, but in like, at least, with these old 45 Colt New Service revolvers a long time ago. And this is the Primo that I own. Pretty neat, 1912. Yeah, let's shoot it. You want to? There we go. Yeah, 45 Colt. Some of this brass that I've loaded is kind of dirty. I actually, That's obviously been loaded with black powder and then cleaned and everything. So nothing wrong with it. It's just, you know, stained from the black powder and all that. It still shoots just fine. Okay. And sometimes it's it's tough to get that perfectly clean. It doesn't have to be perfectly clean. The stain won't hurt it. You don't want gunk on it and build up, you know, or anything. All right. So variety of ammo. Whew. Nothing like a 45. And these things, check out the videos, I'll link to them, but they were carried by a lot of people, police officers, they're home defense firearms, really a popular firearm from, well, when they were made, you know, 1898 and up into, well up into the 20th century. Very popular firearm. Big frame Colts, big caliber. Oh, we got some targets that have not been addressed here. You know what? I'm going to be mean. We've had a real problem with yellow jackets. I see them on, look at 2 or 3 of them, I think, on that plate. Let's make their day. Yeah, a little shrapnel action there. Sorry, guys. Yeah, you didn't like that too much, did you? They're still buzzing around that thing. Give them some more to eat. The ones that survived that. How about some green high fructose corn syrup? Yeah, that'll get you. That'll do you in for sure. Pow. Yeah, these are sweet. They are. Nothing like a big bore revolver. And now there's nothing like a revolver, period. But then a big bore revolver is even more fun. 44 Special, 44 Magnum too. They're not as much fun if you got hot loads. But 45 Colt, 44 Special, just loads of fun. I won't shoot this one, get it all dirty. I just wanted to have it out here. That's my real history with the New Service revolvers, Colt New Service. If you're new and you've not seen those other videos, get back there and watch them for one thing. But also these New Service revolvers, if you like firearms and revolvers and all that, I think you'd enjoy a study of them. You know, look them up, Google them, and look at some videos. They're really cool revolvers. They're kind of, to me, they're like that next step after the Colt single action. You know, those things just dominated, of course, and they're still great guns. Maybe these are a little bit undersung. They got overshadowed maybe in a way by the Colt single action, and then rolling into what? The 1911, right? And that came about in, I forget the year, but the 1911, you know, so this was going on, you know, again, from 1898, these big old things, and up into, you know, whatever, 2 or 3 decades there. Very popular. It's still carried, you know, in World War II even, in 45 ACP mainly. And the British carried them. They had them in what, 455 over there, even for World War II. So they just had a long life and were very popular. And if you're still trying to figure out when the 1911 came out, I think it was 1911. So I'll shoot it one more time, then I'm going to make you all leave. Don't get mad at me. Okay, I'm going to make you leave. And then John and I are going to shoot a couple thousand more rounds before we leave. All right, does that mean or what? Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's the way it goes. Yeah, I don't really enjoy shooting, but I have to do it. It's just mandatory. Have lead will travel, right? Okay. All right. That's just my my job in life, is to relocate the lead and copper of the world. It comes out of the ground, and they just put it in a different place. All right, let's shoot something. How about those buckets? Pow. Let me hear one. You know what, I'm going to try again. A couple on the gong. You know, I'm not sure about the elevation. I think the windage is, I should be able to get the windage right. Let's bring it down a little bit and try that. Oh, okay. I was holding too high. Yeah, I was holding it down in the dirt just a little bit. Okay. Now let's shoot that other bucket. Yeah, I just had a, I don't know, yen to hit the gong, you know. Warrior has a very fine sight, really, not as in a great sight. I mean, it's just very, very fine, which is great. Narrow and, you know, like a pinpoint, pretty cool. So it doesn't get much better than that. A big revolver with big bullets. Oh, I'm gonna pick those up. So I reload those. So the New Service revolver, this one's 1912, and wow, that's almost 100 years old. That is really a nice revolver, and it's cool that even at that age, it's still just doing just fine, and nice finish, has original finish. I should not be shooting it, to tell you the truth. It's one of those, some of you probably are saying that out loud. I should not be firing this thing, but I don't really listen, do I? Not a very good listener. Enjoyed having you out to help me enjoy this, and come back sometime. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. You know, really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com. And also, while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.